everyone. Becca Pearson here, speech language pathologist, and I'm going to talk to you guys about the R sound. So there are two different ways that we make our R sound. The first one that I'm going to talk about is called the bunch R. So I'm going to explain how to do it using my hand. So if we pretend that my hand is your tongue, what your tongue does in your mouth is when it's laying flat like this, you're going to kind of pull it back and bring it back to the back of your throat. And that's the bunch R. So what it's going to look like, your tongue goes all the way back. R, 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 R. Okay, so for this, one of the most important things is we want to make sure our tongue is getting really far back there. Sometimes the very edge of our tongue, those back sides might touch our top molars, the back side, the back teeth, okay? When we get our tongue all the way back there. Another very important part for that is what our lips are doing. So sometimes students will round their lips, and that makes more of a W sound. So this is what we don't want to see. Ow, ow. See how my lips kind of got round there? What we really want to focus on is making them wide. I remind students a lot to go ahead and smile when they're saying that sound. So my lips are going to be wide. My tongue is going to be far back. And we're going to say, R, R, okay? I use my hand as a cue to help students too. This helps bring their tongue back. And then sometimes I use my other hand to show making sure that your lips get wide. Okay, that's the one way to make the R sound. The other one is called the flip. So your tongue flips over. So same thing, I'm going to use my hand. I'm just going to kind of orient a different way. What your tongue is going to do is it's going to flip all the way over. So a lot of the time we start with making like the L sound. When we make the L sound, we put our tongue up behind our front teeth. La, 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 la. Excuse me. So we're going to make the L sound, and then we're going to flip it back. So you're going to run it along the top of your mouth and make the R sound. R, R, R. Okay? So with my hand, this is what it looks like from the side. R, R. Same thing with our lips. Is if they round, we're going to get that W-like sound. So we also want to make sure that those are nice and wide, so that we're smiling. Oh, it's not what we want to do. Lips went together, kind of like an O, and then it made that W sound. So remember, keep it wide. R, tongue is back. That one, it's harder for me to make the sound because I naturally do the bunch tongue. R. So this might be hard for your student as well. You can try both ways and see kind of how you can manipulate your tongue. You really want to make sure that it gets far back there for the flip and that your lips are nice and wide. If your student or if your child is not quite getting it, then what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to try to help them. So what you can do for the bunch tongue, maybe their tongue isn't getting back far enough, you can use a clean pencil. You can wash your hands and then stick it in there to kind of help them push it back. You could use a spoon, something like that to help them get it back. I only like to do that initially to help them really get their tongue back there because we're not going to be able to use that when we're talking. So just really using it to help your student or your child learn where their tongue needs to be. So those are the two types of R sounds.